Welcome to the Extra Base Materials, Material Transport, and Operating Energy tutorial for PavementLCA.com. Extra Basic Materials is different from the roadway assembly where you input some dimensions and the tool calculates material quantities. In Extra Basic Materials, you can input any quantity you wish for any material you wish. This can be useful if you wish to add or subtract some materials that for some reason you can't define in the roadway. I'm here in my projects, and these are the tutorial files that we've been working on. I click on the tutorial HMA edit button, and that opens up that project. And you'll see at the top here we have a number of tabs, including project roadways, which we've been working in before. I'm going to go straight to the basic material tab and click that. You'll see in the table here we have none, and a button here to add. So I'm going to click add basic material, and this form opens up. And in material type box here, we're going to choose, let's say, an aggregate. And in the material box, we're going to choose an aggregate to add, and let's say it's clear stone 9.5 is as good as any. It's asking for the meters cubed of clear stone that you're adding. Sometimes the unit is in meters cubed, sometimes it's in tons. We'll go with 10 meters cubed, let's say, of clear stone, and we'll say add basic material. You'll see in the background here, clear stone has been added to the table. If we want to add another material, we can choose, let's say, an asphalt paving, and we'll go with, for lack of a better choice, DFC. Again, it's asking for meters cubed, so let's add 50 meters cubed of that, and we're going to add that basic material. It's been added in the tab behind us. So I'm going to click close, and we've added those two materials. You can edit those totals or the material types, or you can delete them if you want. I'm going to hit Save Project up here, and just to show, and that's it. That's how you enter extra base materials. So just to show you how that shows up, go back to, to project reports. I'm on tutorial HMA, and I'm going to submit a bill of materials request. And you'll see here, these in the bottom part of the table are the materials that are created in the bill of materials from our roadways. But here are the two that we just added from extra basic materials, our 10 meters cubed of clear stone and our 50 meters cubed of DFC. And that's it. That's how bill of materials works. We'll go back to projects, open the same project again, and this time we're going to look at material transportation. Material transportation allows you to customize the distance that you are sourcing materials from for your project. So if I click on the box here, there's all the different materials on the left here, and their distance from source to your project by road, rail, or barge. And it's populated with a set of default values from the database, and you can see you go down, all the different materials are there. And if you want to change those, if you know the distances of your materials, then this is how you change them. Let's choose, let's say, an aggregate. We've got coarse aggregate natural. According to the database, it's a 30-kilometer distance by diesel, but let's say it's 100 kilometers by diesel, by road, by diesel truck, and let's say it's another 500 kilometers by rail. You can put that in, and you're done. That's change the distances for this particular project. I'm going to say Save Project, and then those distances will be applied to this project. This is not changing the database. This is just changing the values for this particular project. I'll make another note here for two things like asphalt and Portland cement concrete. The distances here, for instance, for asphalt is bitumen. The binder for asphalt is bitumen, and it says 300 kilometers. And if I go down to find Portland cement, the distance is 107 kilometers. Now, these are the distances that represent the distance from the cement plant or the refinery for bitumen to the mixing plant for those materials. So to the ready mix plant or to the asphalt plant. If the distance from those plants to your actual site are included, but they're in the project information box. And if I go back to project information here, you'll see average distance plant to site, 30 kilometers. If I know I'm 50 kilometers away from my concrete plant, let's say, or my asphalt plant, I can change that distance there. And that's what that means. Average distance plant to site, that's mixing plant to your site. And I click Save Project, and there I've edited the distances particular to my project. PavementLCA.com also allows you to enter operate energy consumption. I'm going to click on that button over here on the right, and this is the form that shows up. This allows you to enter operating energies for a number of fuels, and it will calculate the environmental effects of consuming that energy through the lifespan of the roadway. This can be used, for example, to include the electricity that is used to light a roadway or diesel fuel for maintenance vehicles as part of your analysis. It will be up to you to calculate your annual energy uses, but this is where you enter them. So if you have some value for kilowatt hours per year, let's say it's 10,000 kilowatt hours to operate the lights, and you've got a number of maintenance vehicles that use 2,000 liters of diesel per year, you can enter them there. And if for some reason you've got data that's included as the energy to operate those instead of the physical quantities of the fuel, let's just go into the natural gas for an example here. If you hit compute fuel and you know that you've got 50,000 megajoules of energy that's consumed by natural gas in the operation of your project, you put in 50,000 megajoules there. Here's the conversion rate to meters cubed, which is the unit that we needed in. And you can say copy to operate energy. It copies that 50,000 megajoules, which is equal to 1287 meters cubed of natural gas. It copies it and enters it into your value here. Again, save project. There it is. So we've entered the operating energy consumption on an annual basis, and the effects of consuming that energy will show up in the summary measures table columns that we'll cover in the viewing results tables and graphs tutorial. This concludes the extra basic materials, material transport, and operating energy tutorial.